Hello, I'm Charles MacKay, General Director of the Santa Fe Opera, and I'm here with Huang Ruo, who is the composer of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, which will have its American premiere at the Santa Fe Opera this summer, 2014. And I suppose the first question to ask is, how did this opera come into existence, and what drew you to this particular story?
I was approached by Opera Hong Kong roughly 6 years ago to create an opera, a new opera. So when I met up with Warren Mark, who is the artistic director, also a tenor, and he was thinking about to create something has a regional style. I proposed to Warren, I say, well, what about Dr. Sun Yat-sen? The personal story of his is so universal, about love, about, his love to his wife, and his love to his friends, and also his love to his people and his country. So to me, the story itself, it is an international story, and it's not a regional story. And my goal is to make Dr. Sun Yat-sen an opera that could be enjoyed and could be understood and appreciated by audience from different parts of the world, and hopefully, eventually, it will become part of the opera repertoire to last for generations. So why not start from now? Why not start from Santa Fe, where itself is a place to make magic and original productions happen, to have the first time, right? First time you are singing in Chinese as an opera, and first time to have an international cast for Dr. Sun Yat-sen to be revealed to the world. So to me that is important.
Can we talk a little bit more about the characters, the people in the opera, what they represent? Who is this man? You've talked about him being someone who's much more than just the great political and historical figure in China, but that he is a real person with emotions, living, breathing, person with desires and disappointments in life, and a man who had two wives. And I wonder if you could talk a little bit about who they are and how the two wives are depicted in your opera.
What's unique about him is he tried to start revolution many times, as what he say, more than 10 times. But he actually never really truly succeeded in his lifetime. And he didn't see his revolution being truly bring to a successful level. And in his last singing speech or aria in our opera, he say, the true meaning of revolution is not about just being successful, but also it's about keep trying and keep improving and keep fighting for the true value of what he believes in. In his personal life, as what I talked about earlier, about his three loves or four loves, his love for his wife or his his two wives, and his love for his friendship, and then his love for the people and to the country. So he was trapped in a traditional marriage. He was married to Lu Muzhen, who was his first wife, and it was a very traditional marriage. They did not really know each other that much, but later on he fell in love with his last wife, Song Qingling, who is younger than him, but they fell in love because of what they believe. And Qingling loves him because not just only he's a charming man, but also his ideology, his belief, and what he does to help people and help the country. And he loved Qingling also because she's young, but however, she is so she's so supportive to his belief and his idea. Now his best friend, Qingling's father, Charlie Song, who has been supporting him throughout the years and show up at the wedding without announcing and accuse Sun Yat-sen of betrayal of the friendship. But only towards the end of the opera, when he has this private moment with his daughter on his deathbed, he revealed to her, my true reason against the wedding is I don't want you to live a life like Sun Yat-sen does, because he's running for his life and he never knows what tomorrow is, and he might even lose his life. And I don't want to see my beloved daughter suffer. Qingling comfort the father and reassure her love to Sun Yat-sen is not because of a young girl's fantasy, but it's her truly believing him and believing the value of what he does. So she truly loves him. And to that, the father finally gave them his blessing and gave her the delayed wedding dress, which was meant for her all along.
You spoke about the second wife, the beautiful young woman, and her idealism, which she shared with Sun Yat-sen. Talk a little bit about Lu Muzhen, the first wife, from the arranged marriage, the very traditional woman with bound feet. Mm-hmm. And there's such a poignant moment in your opera when she arrives in Japan, mm-hmm. and I wonder if you might describe that.
So that actually is the most dramatic scene in the opera. To me, it's not the running for life and the fighting scene, but actually was that scene. Now, what that scene is about is while Sun Yat-sen is having a very modest wedding in Japan with his new wife, Song Qingling, and to everyone's surprise, Charlie Song, Qingling's father, and his mother, Ni, both show up unannounced, and Charlie accused Sun Yat-sen of betrayal of friendship and tried to stop the wedding. And at the end, to everyone's surprise even, and he said, you actually still have a marriage and you are illegally marrying my daughter because you already married to someone else back in China. And let's have Lu Muzhen. So, and then at that point, his first wife, Lu Muzhen, walked on stage slowly with her bound feet. So Sun Yat-sen was very shocked. Not only his friend, the father, his in-law showed up, but also he brought his first wife. Now, Lu Muzhen is a character I spent a lot of time to think about how to portray her. And she is someone you feel great pity for her because she, at the end, didn't get anything. She was married to a great man. However, the great man abandoned her and went for another woman. And she has to be left to raise their children and to support, even take care of his own parents. She is telling Sun Yat-sen, my dear husband, I haven't seen you for so many years. How have you been? Have you been well? It's not even how are you, but have you been well? So, and he said, I'm ashamed. I am not feeling well because I have not visited home for so many years. And then she started listing out his wrongdoing. When the children were born, he was not there. When his own parents were sick, she was the one to take care of them instead of him. And she does everything to raise and support the family while she gives him the freedom to fight for what he believes. And so at the end, she actually being very understanding to him, and even to everyone's biggest surprise, she delivered the signed divorce paper to him. Before she leaves, she is creating an imaginary dream, singing, I wish in my next life, if I come back to the world, I would love to marry a normal man who, when I wake up, is sleeping next to me and waking up together. Now, one thing I do want to point out is this opera is not only written in Mandarin, but also one section is written in Cantonese. So I use this section for Lu Muzhen, the first wife, when he has the most intimate moment, talking to Sun Yat-sen at the wedding, telling him she is willing to set him free. For me, that is the most intimate moment. And it's the most special moment also, because they both from Canton. So the language they will speak to each other in that setting, I'm sure is Cantonese. And that is so private, no one else should hear, because all other people speak Mandarin. And that's what opera could bring out, is this subtle and detailed feeling, emotion, and drama, where no other art form could bring out.
We so look forward to the American premiere of this opera and to seeing it on our stage, and wish you very, very well. I know that you have many commissions coming up. This is your first opera, and that we hope you will write many, many more.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you.